People people can now see and hear us, and they heard all that.
Yay!
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, damn it. I forgot about that goddamn light bulb. I haven't been in my actual home office all week. I've been working downstairs when I work from home because it's too fucking hot up here.
It's because you're downloading too much on the upstairs.
Oh. Yeah, the upper floor can't handle all the girth of all the shit I'm downloading.
The girth. Those girthy terabytes.
Is that why you made me sleep on the ground floor when I visited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was the too much porn up here.
I'd love if you went to someone and they had a sign that said, "Oops, too much porn up here," and you couldn't go in there.
Okay. Who?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm almost ready.
Okay. Let's see here. Should probably look up a little bit of trivia or something.
That you should, man.
For what?
Yeah, you know, whoever needed trivia on this game, show, whatever we do. So, any of you guys got any short notice funerals to attend after the show?
Fortunately, no, not today.
That's good. It's very good.
Not yet. The night is young.
Yeah, you never know. You know, the phone could ring.
Yeah. Leave a voicemail.
Jesus.
Well, on the GTT line.
Yeah.
We could play the bereaved.
God.
No, it's going to be, you know, if this show runs late, that's how it's going to be when my fucking uncle and sister call. Like,
Oh, you
oh,
can
man.
on the show. They can pick the winner.
Yeah, we could raid the ash scattering.
Right, yes.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Episode title.
What a night. What a night it's going to be.
Could that be the new Twitch man? Instead of like hot tub streams, you have ash scattering streams.
If you donate a certain amount, you get to pick where the ashes go.
Oh, Matt Mitchell is subscribed. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah. Who up all alone in the
7
moonlight?
months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Solid.
Good for Matt. Matt's good. Good people.
Yeah. All right. Who's ready to start the show?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Gain That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we're back in the house once again. It's your boy, me. I have a way of introducing myself. It's a sound that people say when they need my attention.
Oh, it's this sound, John. It's this sound.
Yes. It's your boy John Harrington here. Thank you, Johnny. You jarred that one loose for me. It's John Harrington. That is me. We are here. Game That Tune in the house. I got John Regan, the soundboard master, with me. Say my man.
Hey, my man.
Yeah, thank you, my man. And you know, we got this guy. God, how do I describe this guy? I should have come up with. I should have come up with some kind of mnemonic device to remember this. You know,
Link in the chat read my mind, actually.
Hot take.
That's right. You know, hot takes are flaming hot, and this guy is also flaming hot. It's, of course, the guy that works outside in Florida, Jesse Moore. Jesse, say hey.
Hey.
Hey, man.
It's
And,
so fucking hot. I'm sorry.
No kidding, man. I live in Florida, too. And we've got this other fella. He's this guy. How do I describe this guy?
Friends.
Fred.
Yes, he is a friend of ours. Friends, of course, starts with F. I'm not good at mnemonics, so
Ends
I'm
in
just gonna.
D.
Oh, you're right. Friends ends in
Oh,
D.
yes.
Johnny,
Yeah.
you're good at these mnemonics too,
I
man.
forgot how to spell friends.
Yeah, but you can't spell friends without DF. The friend of mine, David Fleming. David, say hey.
Hey,
Hey guys. Man, all that elaborate table setting to get around to what this theme is. I don't love it, but it's what we do here.
Kind of forgot what the theme is, honestly.
I mean, we talked so long that I kind of forgot what we're even doing here. Normally, I introduce the show much quicker. We get down to business. It's Game That Tune, where we listen to video game tunes and try and guess the songs based on the games. See, I said it backwards again, where we try and guess the games based on the songs with a little bit of trivia. We goof off and have a lot of fun, and the winner at the end of the night picks the theme for the following episode. And the winner, last time we made an episode, oh shit, who was it? Okay, no, I'm tired of doing the memory bit. It was me. And I had a great idea for a fantastic theme for this week's episode, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. And the theme is... Oh, no, this is a bill from my urologist. Hold on. I got it around here somewhere. No. Wow, guys, this is embarrassing.
John, it's okay. I made a point to write down the theme. I
thank goodness.
Here, yeah. The theme is eggs, bread, baby spinach. But oh fuck, this is my grocery list.
What was that last part? Butt something?
Butter.
Oh, butter. Okay, sure, butter.
It actually sounds
okay,
like a pretty good theme, though.
Like, yeah, games with eggs, baby spinach, a little bit of butt butter.
Yeah. Eggs
but
the theme.
We're making a frittata. But yeah, so no, the theme for tonight's episode is memory. Games that feature memory in some way, not necessarily going to go ahead and again get out in front of it from last time we talked. Not necessarily games that use a memory card or use a computer's memory, but no, games in which
a part of the plot in the game.
I mean, I'm curious to know if it can possibly apply. Like, did you find a game in which it's about computer memory?
No, I didn't. But like, if
okay, so who cares?
Where you had to like sneak into like a base and steal like a computer's memory core, and that was like the big plot. And it's like that's technically.
If you tell me any game that's like that, I'll find the music for it right now.
Okay.
But I don't think that's a thing. So no, it's games about memory. Games where your character maybe has some memories they're working on remembering, or even a game where you have to remember things in order to solve a puzzle later in the game. Just games that involve memory. I thought it was a good little theme. Something that honestly, I mean, how many times can we say really that we've got a theme that we definitely haven't had before? I don't remember a time that we've used this theme, so it can't have happened in the past. Absolutely not.
It's only 13 episodes.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
We've only
That's
been
not a
going
good
for
sign.
like 13 episodes, so
Exactly. We're only 13 episodes into this podcast. I mean, I should be able to remember every theme we've ever done. And, I don't recall a time that we used Pepsi Man or memory as a theme. So I think we're in the clear, guys. My memory is infallible and perfect and definitely my own. So I will always remember everything that has happened on this show. And that's good because tonight we're going to play 5 fantastic games. We got fantastic tunes, and we're going to have some fantastic fun if any of us can remember the game that we're playing. So it'll be a fun show for everybody. And with that, Johnny, let's start as we always do with the game that begins the show. There's a thing I'm thinking of.
Calculating computer.
not again.
Yeah, don't use that as a gag sound anymore. It only inspires confusion. But yes. Let us begin as we always do with our first game.
Game 1.
That's the one. Wow. Man. Guys, this game picks up directly after the previous entry ends, and it features a greatly expanded open world compared to its predecessor. All right, guys. Let's see those fantastic answers. Okay, let's see. David says that same Final Fantasy VII game that you said last show. He's on the right track because Jesse and Johnny both say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's a hat trick, fellas. It's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I was about to say, if you don't give me a point, I will be so pissed.
I mean, you could have just shortened it to just Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Don't act like you don't know it. But yeah, man, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Maybe at this point,
have you played this?
maybe you guys have heard of it because I featured it on the show in the past.
I was going to say, is this the third or fourth time?
You know, you'd think I would remember that, but
Is
I'm
your goal
going to focus.
Is your goal to hit 7 times for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
Perhaps it is. Yes. Who could say? But yeah, this game, guys, it's a pretty good fucking game. I don't know. I don't know how much time you guys have put into this one, but man, I really enjoyed this game. Start to finish. Start to finish, man. Fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
Just really great. Expands upon the previous game in a really fantastic way. I mean, the previous game really, I consider it a pretty near perfect game, but and I know a lot of people have kind of their issues with expanding things into the open world, but I think that this game with its enormous world, I think it's fantastically done. After you get through that little prologue segment, where Cloud wakes up and kind of gets a recap of the previous what happened in the previous game, and you get down to business, you start exploring the world, you find out that the planet is in a bit of upheaval. There's some bad shit going down, and you guys got to stop it. And you travel around, you explore and meet people. You got a great party with you, great group of characters. The big guy,
Kate Sith.
Yes, thank you, Kate Sith. That's the one. You eventually do meet Kate Sith. He's pretty great. But yeah, it's I really, to focus on the memory aspect of it, I really enjoyed how in exploring the world, like in the previous game, you're trying to find Cloud's memories, and you're just kind of exploring the world, and there'll be just like a little glowing spot on the ground, and you walk to it, and the camera focuses on his face, and it goes all glitchy, and then you have a memory, and it shows the past of the crazy stuff that happened, the war, and yada yada yada, and you can kind of find them in a non-linear fashion. So you kind of got to piece the story together, and then eventually watch the cutscenes in whatever order they're meant to be found. This one, it's not just like little glowing spots on the ground. You meet a character and she tells you that these crazy giant glyphs have popped up all over the world, and you've got to find them, and there's like a spot in them that unlocks the memory, and then so it's more of it incentivizes you to do a little bit more exploring, and the exploring makes more sense. It's not just like, oh look, there's a random spot that you had to stumble upon. It kind of draws you to the exploration. What?
It's like the teardrops in Tears of the Kingdom.
Is it?
You said they're like things on the ground, and when you find them, they unlock little cutscenes.
Yeah, in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are like the teardrops in Tears of the Kingdom.
Right? I mean, if you say so, I don't know, but so you find the memories, and you're piecing together what's going on with Cloud. You're playing as Cloud, obviously, but you're piecing together what's going on with Aerith. She has disappeared, and you start really piecing together her story. It turns out there's like this alternate dimension thing going on. Like I thought maybe it was like a time travel thing, but it's actually kind of an alternate dimension thing. Like Zack is there. I'm only by playing this game really learning who this Zack character is. But yeah, Aerith is learning about the origins of the planet from Zach and the live stream and all this stuff. And yeah, the memories you're unlocking are actually Aerith's memories. Turns out she's like transmitting these memories from an alternate dimension. And
This sounds like a
Yeah,
pretty big departure from the original Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, I can't say I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII. I'm kind of going on just what they're presenting. They said with these remake and rebirth, they want to kind of bring the series into a new generation, a new light. They want to recontextualize the story a little bit, add more to it, and change the way the game is played. I mean, they've done that. The action combat is a huge departure, obviously, from the menu combat, but just even the way that the weapons and things work in this, like you can fuse weapons together and gain stat boosts and things, and you can fuse pretty much anything together. It's really, I mean, the weapon depth in the game compared to the previous game, it's just, I don't know, there's just a lot more possibility in the combat.
I don't know if this is right, but I don't know enough about it to dispute it either.
So they, in the first game, there were a lot of little parts at first that were like, hey, that seems a little weird. And the more you played it, the more things kept getting weirder and weirder compared to the original game. And then little things start, and so in this game it's supposed to be more of an escalation of that, because the ending scene of the first of the remake, the first part, it's you're what the I want to see what's going on with this.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the at the that final scene, there's the giant calamity, and you fucking destroy it, and the guys come out and say fucking we're the arbiters of fate, and you can do whatever you want now, and you're not your fucking destiny is now mutable, and you can it's crazy, man. It's the first game's ending was awesome, but the second one really expands it and gets into kind of just the meat of the story. You get into a lot of Sephiroth's motivations, I mean, obviously through the dimensional stuff. I'm still a little confused as to whether or not it's the same Sephiroth across all dimensions, or if it's like a spirit of evil that is reborn kind of thing. Because he's an evil motherfucker, and he seems like he's fucking with other dimensional Zack and Aerith, and then he's fucking with Cloud, and it's just I don't know, man. This fucking Sephiroth, he gets into a lot of shit and fucks things up for pretty much everybody in the game. Bad dude, great king of evil, that Sephiroth. But yeah, I mean, as far as the open world goes, there's just so much to explore and so much to see. And I mean, I love all the different settlements. You meet all kinds of crazy characters out there. There's mini games all over the place. There's the whole underworld part that was crazy. I thought that going to Cosmo Canyon, it was just going to be oh, here's the observatory and here's the backstory on Red 13, and then it turns out no, you got to go down into this hellish underworld, and there's that whole thing to explore, all kinds of crazy fucking dark combat situations down there. You meet this these down in the depths fucking evil undead guys that want the planet destroyed. There's just a little a whole nother depth to the world that I wasn't even aware of, again, because I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's a lot of fun. I mean, just great action, great combat, great characters. I love that blonde sword wielding character that you play as the whole time. He doesn't have a whole lot to say, but everybody seems to say a lot around him.
Link?
A link to what? His name is Cloud.
Oh, I see.
Cloud Strife.
I forgot what game we were talking about.
He's an ex-soldier. You see it in some of the flashbacks. You see it in some of the flashbacks, they have flashbacks to the war and he's fighting the monsters, and yeah, he was a soldier guy until Sephiroth turned on him and did all that shit, all that shit, as in burn down his fucking village and kill his girlfriend, or maybe not, alternate dimensions, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool game, man. And I mean, the finale, not to be too spoilery, but the finale
here it comes.
It's really good, man. I mean, I didn't know what Sephiroth was gonna do once he got his hands on the black materia. Like, it's crazy. Because I kind of thought I had an idea what Sephiroth was up to, mostly looking sexy and trying to fuck with people. And instead, it's like, all right, fine. You got to go down into the hell depths of the planet and fight through his hordes and hordes of guys. And then he takes you on one-on-one, and it's this big, crazy sword fight. And then you've got him beat, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm pulling my trump card. He eats the black materia, and he turns into this giant hell dragon. And like, then the rest of the finale, you're flying around in the sky above fucking, the planet, fighting Dragon Sephiroth. And then that's when the whole thing comes together. You beat him with the help of Aerith. She comes in as a dragon. She's attacking him. You're attacking him. And, you think Aerith's been trapped in the other dimension and you're never going to be able to see her again. And then she fucking, you beat Dragon Sephiroth and she turns into Aerith again and you catch her as you guys fall to the ground. It's the most romantic fucking thing I've ever seen. And it goes largely unspoken just because of how the characters are. It's wild, man. It's a great finale.
This sounds like the kind of dream I have when I eat too much pepperoni pizza.
Really? Eat a whole pepperoni pizza, down a bottle of melatonin gummies, 6 beers. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, I myself, I remember this game. I'll never forget it.
I don't think you do, John.
I mean, I'm the one that played it. Why are you calling me out? Yeah, I put hours and hours into this. It's been the only game I've played start to finish all year. I fucking set other games aside to finish this game. It's my game of the year 2023. It's the shit. It's really, really good, man. And it's got a lot of replay value. I still need to go back, and I mean, there's all those things to unlock. There's the towers that unlock the map. There's all the little side quests and shrines and live stream, statues and shit. There's a lot to do in the game, and I'm really looking forward to, kind of 100%ing the game. I don't know. It's a blast. I was kind of hoping they'd make some DLC, but I guess they announced they're not going to do that. They're just going to kind of move on. They're done with this world. There's not actually going to even be a third one, I don't think. They just said, like,
wait,
we're done with this concept, and
okay, I figured
that's it. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of wild leaving it on that cliffhanger, but I'm interested to see, I mean, whatever comes next. They announced that little side story with Aerith where she's like in the little, like, she looks like a little toy and you play as her and she's got the wand that duplicates things. It's, it's looking, the future's bright for this series. It's been a great series, long time series, beloved series. And I'm looking forward to whatever they do next, because they've got me on the hook after this game. It's
and what's the series?
It's good. But Final Fantasy, of course. Final Fantasy 7 specifically. This isn't even the whole Final Fantasy series. It's only Final Fantasy 7. That's what's so crazy. They could do this with any of them, but they chose to do it with Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, I personally would like to see them do this to all their games. If I can release all their games as wild expanded trilogies. I don't know. I don't see the issue with it. It would be nice if they would, I don't know, come up with a way to, give us present games that are linked to their past. I think it would be, really smart on Square's part. I mean, people fucking dig nostalgia. So, that's why this, new remake and rebirth exists anyway. So, I don't know. I love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's the only game I've played all year. It's, the only thing I can think of at this point. It's really good. It's got great tunes. It's got that weird, sparse music. Sometimes when you're flying around the sky, there's like barely even any music at all. And then sometimes you get into these battles with these giant, constructs or monsters, and there's really sick expanded battle themes. I mean, the music's fantastic. Just all around great game. Fantastic open world action adventure game with a blonde sword wielding protagonist that I fucking play the shit out of. It's the best. It's the best there is, man. It's really, really good. I'm really, really happy about it.
I think I have to do this. I don't know if we get points because I don't think this is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at all, guys. Like,
at first it seemed like that, but
Yeah.
now he described a lot of another game.
I've even played Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure what you just described was Tears of the Kingdom, John. I hate to tell you this.
It was I was everything I said was about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hold on, if I can't.
John, I think your nose is bleeding.
Yeah, if I can't. No, these are my memories. I remember this game well. I've been playing this game. I played it start to finish.
Maybe someone else played it. Were you watching a Twitch streamer that looked kind of like you?
Yeah, there are no Twitch streamers that look like me. They all look a lot cooler than this. No. This isn't right at all. There's something. Man, this is no. This needs to be corrected. Yeah, I know I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's the game I chose. It's the game it's the only game I've chosen in weeks. It's the only game I can choose. I don't know, Johnny. I'll try to see what I can do to fix this in editing. But in the meantime, I think we need to just soldier forward.
Game 2.
David, do you have a trivia?
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, that was song 2, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so this game is actually a compilation of 2 games that were remastered. The first of which was released in 2005, the second of which was never released in the United States. All right, gentlemen, do you have your answers ready?
Yes.
So, Johnny says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Incorrect. John says Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Recollection. Sadly incorrect. I know what you were going for. Jesse is correct. This is Another Code Recollection. I also would have expected Trace Memory, which is the name of the first game. And because all of the songs were pulled from the remastered version of the first game. So, John, you seem displeased.
What? No, I didn't say anything.
No,
You're
I know.
trying to
You just
remember where he
look
was.
displeased.
What?
So,
Where am I?
Wait, what? What?
What am I doing with my face? I didn't know I was doing anything.
Wait, what?
Now I'm really self-conscious. Hold on. How do I look? What am I doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw off the whole show.
We forgot how to look at the camera.
So yeah, this is
John,
Another Code Recollection.
John, do you have a luchador mask you can put on? That might help.
No, I don't. That's
I
Jesse's
do.
thing.
I do. Where is that thing? Oh, it's in the
Nothing.
bedroom.
Nothing is wrong with your face.
Okay. I didn't think so, but you said it.
Yeah, there's no face is normal now.
No, I'm fucked. This is bad.
There's nothing
This is a
you can
great
do.
episode.
All right. So, David, Another Code Recollection.
So yeah,
He
Change
can't
it?
just
Okay.
do that the whole show.
So this is another code recollection. The original game in America was called Trace Memory, but the Japanese version, John, it's fine. It's all my fault. All right, don't change anything.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
What could I possibly change?
It's like when you point out, like you're barely breathing now. Now you're thinking about it. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck.
So the original game was like a point-and-click adventure game on the DS. Obviously, that's changed because this is on the Switch, so they don't use the touchscreen because you have to be able to play it while docked. So a lot of the puzzles have changed slightly, but what has improved is the music is much better because the DS does not have the greatest sound chip. It also features full cutscenes and there's voice acting. And because the game is like a point-and-click adventure puzzle visual novel, like having the characters actually speak to each other really, really helps it. And it's still just a charming, fun little adventure game. One thing that I really liked about the first game was the main character, Ashley. And I like her even more now because the change in her design, she's now a 3D model instead of a 2D art piece. She has a voice. Like it really helps define her as like a living, breathing teenage girl, which came across in the first game, but is just more so now.
very cool. So what's the story here again? You're researching memory?
So Ashley Robbins witnesses a murder when she's a kid. She thinks her dad is dead. Then she finds on her birthday, she gets a card from her dad saying, "Come to this island." So she's like, "What the hell?" And she's trying to solve that mystery. Her dad was working on research for like memories. And while she's on this island, she meets a ghost who has lost his memory. So she helps him kind of recall his memory. He helps her get through this mansion to find her dad and figure out what happened, basically. So kind of similar to the light points that John was talking about in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There are moments where like you'll be discovering a room or everything, and you'll see like a painting, and you'll go to inspect the painting, and you'll see the ghost suddenly just have a flash, and it plays part of his memory.
Oh, so that's pretty cool. So what was the story of this game?
I hate
It
you.
has something to do with memories.
So what is it?
I've never seen one before. No one has.
So what is it?
Well, someone punch him. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just a charming, fun little adventure game. And the only thing that I don't like about this collection is it kind of really pairs the two stories together. So you can't choose the games. The only way that you can play the sequel is you have to play through the entire first game first. It's like,
It's
but I played that one. I kind of want to play the one that never came out here.
Yeah, that is kind of lame. Like they should just let you jump straight into the second one. Like Sega did that with Sonic and Knuckles. You could just jump straight into that without having to play through all of Sonic 3 first. So like,
See?
if they could do it in '94, why can't they just do it in 2024? That's my question, Nintendo. Or Arc System Works.
But yeah, it's a fun, charming adventure game, and I really, really love it. I don't know how it did in sales. I hope it did really well. I hope the series comes back. But if it doesn't, at least we got this pretty cool remaster.
Cool.
Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, Dave, it's something I learned just now is that and I'm really not joking. I forgot that the Switch had a touchscreen. I have never used a touchscreen once in my goddamn life. Like,
Not that many games really use it.
It's almost like the system didn't need it.
it's really, yeah, we really kind of got over touchscreens.
It really did.
No. Since you can't play it undocked and not on the TV, and like on the TV at the same time, a touchscreen is pretty meaningless in the Switch, big scheme of things.
Now, if they sold you a gamepad, you could pair up with the Switch so that you could have a touchscreen on a gamepad while your Switch is hooked up to the TV. There's
Like
an
a Wii U
idea.
Controller?
Yeah, what? Johnny, what? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that they re-release the Wii U controller for the Switch so that you can enjoy the touchscreen games from the comfort of your couch.
You know, they just put out a thing that said you can't send us your Wii U's to be repaired anymore because we're all out of parts. So there goes that idea, Johnny.
Damn
I'm
it.
surprised it took so long considering how many Wii U's got sold. Like,
Yeah.
I figured they'd run out of parts years ago.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they would have a surplus of parts since nobody bought any. And they're really good systems. They're really, really good systems. Wii U's. I remember those. David, here's my only question. Which name do you like better, Trace Memory or Another Code?
You know, I want to say Trace Memory, but another code has really grown on me.
What does it mean?
Hey, you said you only had one question.
Yeah. You didn't say anything about
Well,
follow-ups.
What'd you forget?
Sub-question.
Did you forget?
Well, it depended on what his answer was. What the fuck is Another Code? Where's the first code? Is this a sequel?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer your question. I answered your one question. So. If I'm not mistaken, the Another is the device that her dad is working on. So,
David, you folded like a deck of cards, man.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
God, you're.
Oh, wait, like a deck of cards. Hold on. You don't fold a deck of cards.
I mean,
Oh.
Game 3.
sundown again. One burning candle, one wind-whipped flame. I carry in my teeth like an animal. Vengeance, my strength. In their blood, I will stand. Let the waning light man cast my shadow on the fires of war. Till our time burns away, till our embers fade to gray.
All right, gentlemen. So for this game, it deviates from the original source material to a certain degree, and the creator said that why they did this was that this is just an adaptation of the books, and they wanted to capture the spirit of the place the books take place in, and but wanted to explore more of a darker side of the author's work. So it's kind of like a darker tone version of these books, which the books are pretty dark too, and and they tried their best to evoke some of the most iconic and epic elements, but still allowing you to focus on violence and brutality of close quarter combat.
What?
All together now. Close enough. On one. Fill my cup with grog and my pockets with gold. A marauder's life does never get old. For the orcish lot is rather humdrum. March all day and end up numb. But we sing our songs everywhere our loot. When you're a marauder, life's a hoot. Through killing we embrace this life. We drench ourselves in blood. We slaughter, torture, drink their pain. We sing to the great discord. For we are denied the timeless halls. So we thrill to the chaos of this void. Where do the vats turn? Where does Mount Doom burn? Where do men fear to tread? Mordor! Mordor! Home of the fearsome, home of the brave. Where do we march from to kill the man scum? Where does the Dark Lord rule? Mordor! Mordor! Home of the fearsome, home of the brave.
Well, I think I've got the series.
Honestly, the trivia was supposed to be confusing because I figured the song would give it away. So let's see some answers. Yeah, okay, so Johnny says some Lord of the Rings game. John says Shadow of Mordor. And David said Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. It's actually Shadow of War, but you all were on the right place. It's Middle Earth and whatever. So, hat trick. It's the same series, John.
I'm the only one who got it right.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I'm trying to get a win here, Jesse.
Me too. Also, I don't, in the grand scheme of things, I don't give a shit about Lord of the Rings. Like, Tolkien can eat my ass. Okay.
Hot take.
However, this series, because the first game was good too, this game and series is some of the funnest video gaming I've been having. Like, okay, I will say the world of Middle Earth seems real cool, but the movies are okay. Elijah Wood is awesome,
Is he in it?
Not in this. No, I'm just saying Lord of
Good.
the Rings as a whole. Like, yeah, it's got some cool bits. I enjoyed them when I saw them in theaters. When I saw them again on DVD, I was like, wow, these movies are really fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
How come the fucking wizard ain't using magic? That's stupid. And
He doesn't do it a whole lot.
no, he just kind of like leads these guys around into caves until something tries to kill them, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
The real magic.
I will say, I do throw on I don't know, at least Fellowship, usually like once a year, sometimes not necessarily around Christmas, but like, I don't know, at a time where it's like I've got a long day at home or something. It seems like usually a winter break kind of movie. Yeah, they're good movies. They got a good vibe. I kind of wish that all the Lord of the Rings movies were as good as that first one in terms of vibes, because I don't know.
Yeah,
Those
I haven't
Hobbit
seen The
movies suck
Hobbit.
balls.
Yeah, I
Those
didn't even
suck.
watch those.
They're terrible. And I haven't watched that Lord of the Rings show, the one that was briefly controversial because there were like black elves or something.
Oh my God.
I'm not terribly interested in that controversy or in the show that generated the controversy. Like I'm good. I was just to briefly say this. Is it weird that I like Lord of the Rings on an epic movie scale, but I don't like it on like a TV like Game of Thrones scale?
That's fair.
Like there's a difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Even
don't
we're
think
talking
it's weird at
movies
all.
from 2001 versus TV from 2020. Like,
Yeah, totally. Because like Game of Thrones is more like a bunch of people talking and doing dastardly things behind people's back, while like Lord of the epic scale is more like going on this big adventure and you're gonna have these epic battles and see a bunch of weird magic shit. It's
well, and I'm just talking like fucking like a movie versus a show in terms of
Oh,
like
I see.
production
Timeline,
values
yeah.
and fucking like
Yeah.
just like I'm not saying that the Lord of the Rings show on Prime had bad production values. I'm just saying like I prefer like I don't know. I'll take 3 hours of a movie versus 5 hours of a show. If the movie's fucking like tight and good looking, and I know obviously the old Lord of the Rings movies are a little spotty by today's standards, but like I don't know, there's something about a TV show versus a movie that it's like I don't think I
get it.
I want that.
I do think sometimes, like, yeah, if you have 6 hours of TV show versus 6 hours of movie, that like, I do feel like a lot of times TV shows just add stuff to kind of fill it out a little bit more and to fill that time. A movie's
like
got
with
to get to something.
It's like with the MCU, and it's like with the MCU and the Star Wars shows on Disney. Like I just can't take all of them, and they're not all as good as the movies. So like I'm just I don't know. It's like I guess in the case of the Lord of the Rings show, there haven't been very many, so maybe I should give the one on Prime a chance. But I don't know. That was a tangent on production values.
Just watch the Ralph Bakshi Hobbit movie and
Perfect.
and we'll all be good.
Yes.
That's the good one. But so this game is it's so much fun. It's a open worldy type game. It plays a lot like the like first 3 or 4 Assassin's Creeds. Where like you just have this big area you're running around and doing stuff in.
Diving off of high things.
Yeah. There's a lot of diving off of towers and being very safe when you land.
Word.
But so like you're this like ranger guy or it's Lord of the Rings, so my attention is just barely there because as soon as they stop talking, I'm gonna be having a blast.
Right.
So
you're Gandalf.
No, you're not.
I mean, he could fall off of really tall things and be
Yeah.
safe. I'm just saying, if it's an Assassin's Creed game, it should be Gandalf.
So you're this guy, Tyler. I don't even know this fucker's name that I'm playing as.
Gandalf Creed.
And so,
do they have crossover characters come into Assassin's Creed games? Because that's actually a pretty good idea.
Sometimes.
I'm telling you, he can fall off of so many things.
I'd also like to see an Assassin's Creed game where you play as a hobbit.
The guy from Assassin's Creed, either 1 or 2, was in Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where are the hobbits in those?
But
God,
so
a
you're
hobbit fighting game. Let's get one of those.
Yeah. With a special guest character of Willow.
Hell yeah!
I'm down.
It really
But
be incredible.
only the Disney Plus Willow.
No, I never got to see it.
It sucked.
Yeah, I heard that sucks.
What I like about the idea of the Hobbit anything is that you'd want to make them still be able to say reach the same things, you know, as a taller character, meaning they would be the most acrobatic, jacked ass hobbits you've ever seen. like jumping 4 feet, 5 feet straight up in the air, and then punching you in the face. Oh my god!
You never saw Yoda in Soul Calibur, did you?
I guess that's basically Yoda, huh?
But I mean, yeah, they would all play like that. So give all the hobbits lightsabers, turn them loose on Soul Calibur. I'm in.
Sold.
Calibur.
And so
Jesse, sorry, go ahead.
you're this so you're like this ranger guy. I forget how it happens, but you get this elvish spirit like gets inside of you, and like he like comes out and like that sounds great. And he's like an old like badass dude. So like he like teaches you like how to fight and stuff, and but he comes out and like it's kind of like it's weird. He shares a body with you because like there's cutscenes where you're like talking to him. Like she pops out. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Matt. Oh my god, he's the guy who got tricked into making the rings with Sauron, and it's his like his ghost. So like he knows, so,
spoilers.
Yeah, and so so he basically is like kind of like helping you out and wants you to make sure that the orcs are all dead. And so that's basically what you're doing is you're going around these areas and you're just fucking slaughtering orcs, and it is like you're sneaking up on them, and like it's got some of the brutalest like stab thing like cut like things that happen. Like you're shanking them in the fucking like side like several times. You can just like grab an orc by the throat and then just start stabbing him in the side, and then just throw his body to the ground. Eventually, you get the power to like suck their like energy out of their brain, and so it's like a force choke looking move. And then when you do it long enough, their head just explodes. It's real.
Wait, are you playing as like Shang Tsung?
Kind of. Yeah.
Some wild shit, man.
Sounds incredible.
That's also how you get information on the like generals of the orcs army and stuff. And so
suck their brains out.
Yeah.
Like giant crawfish.
Pretty much. It's pretty great. You can like if you shoot like campfire with your bow and arrow, it explodes, and it is a big ass fucking explosion.
What?
So if you find like orcs like camping out or whatever, you can just fuck their day up. But
okay,
so,
now
like,
at least in like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, when you're exploring the map and you see a group of fucking like bokoblins around a campfire, you have to shoot a bomb arrow at it and it explodes. You don't just shoot a campfire and it explodes for no reason.
Well, the
John,
elf
when's
ghost
the last
is
time you
helping
went camping,
too.
man?
I will admit, it's been a while.
You just
You're
put a
using,
battery on the tip of your bow.
Yeah.
Just like in Middle Earth.
And so, like, the big selling point of the game is this thing called the Nemesis system. Are you guys aware of the Nemesis system?
Like in
Isn't
Resident Evil?
that like the 3rd or 4th Star Trek movie?
No. Oh my god, guys.
Johnny,
Okay,
now you
so-
make a reference too.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the fact that I said you put a battery on the tip of your bow. You put it on the tip of an arrow.
Oh yeah, that's a big fuck up. Jesus.
Oh, you fool.
You don't know shit about archery.
So I'm sorry, Jesse. So yeah, this connects to Resident Evil. So like the
No,
Nemesises are actually giant like urukai.
Oh, I'm kind of excited you haven't heard about this. This is
No.
This is one of the greatest things that has been invented in video games that unfortunately has been kind of I guess well, you can't use it if you're other companies. Like only Warner Brothers could use it for some reason. It's real fucked up. But so the idea is so like you've got like 8 orc generals that control territory in these areas, right? And so you go and fight them. Let's say one of them kills you. Well, that dude ranks up. He gets he gets to be a higher rank in the orc army. And so
good
if
for
you
him, man.
if you
That's
so
great.
if you meet him again, he has the memory of fighting you and remembers, and he talks fucking sick smack. He's like, "Oi, you're the man I killed yesterday when I stabbed you in the throat 16 times. I'll just do it again, I guess." And like every time you meet like these orcs, they're always saying like real fucked up or funny things because you know a lot of orcs are fucking dumb. So they're like, "Oi, me gonna smash your head in," and then you, and what's funny though is like, say you're getting cocky and you're fighting a whole bunch of like orcs, and
Getting cockney?
yeah, that too, and
Yeah.
some fucking schlub orc gets a lucky shot in and kills you because you got cocky. Then he gets a fucking promotion.
Good
And
for
so
him.
then, and it's real cool because like the characters remember fight because sometimes they run away, and say when you were fighting them before they ran away, you lit them on fire. So next time you fight them, they'll have a bunch of fucking burn scars on them, or maybe they have like a new title like the Scorched or something, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy who lit me on fire," and then it's like. You know, Kumail Nanjiani did a voice for one of the characters in it,
Ooh.
which is pretty fucking great.
Did he do that same accent that you're doing?
No, he used kind of his accent, which
Okay.
I will not replicate.
Do any of the orcs ever call you bruv?
No, Will Ospreay
or
is
the C
not an
word?
orc. They might have called me a C word. But like sometimes, okay, this happened yesterday and it really fucked me up. I found a bunch of orcs and I was killing them, and then all of a sudden I just got attacked by this giant fucking ogre motherfucker, and it just like, went to a cutscene and it was like a level 15 war chief ambush, and he's like, "I found you," and like he fucked me up, and he got like he's like a really high level captain now, and I kind of
Good
don't
for
want to
him.
fight him right now, but
I'm
it's
so proud of all these guys getting promoted, man. That's really great. So does your character get a promotion when you kill things?
well. So you can also infiltrate, like you know the mind thing I was talking about earlier, where you can learn stuff about the other orcs before you blow their heads up. You can do that, but not blow their heads up and make them on your side, so they can like sneak in and like backstab. Because sometimes the orcs don't like each other, and they'll be like,
yeah.
"Okay, I'm gonna fight amongst you," and so you'll get a thing on the map that says, "Hey, these two orcs are fighting. You should go over there and fuck them both up," and that's always fun. Like I don't know, it's the way
It's a really cool sounding system. I like it.
yeah, it's like if you like Middle Earth, you're gonna be over the moon. If you don't like Middle Earth, you're still fucking jumping around, climbing shit, stabbing people, shooting arrows. You can ride these like wolf things, and
Right. Like at worst, it's a really cool sounding open world fantasy game.
Yeah,
If it's- If it happens to be part of your favorite franchise, then you're really in.
Gollum
but,
is in it too. So that is
Really?
kind of cool. Because I did like I don't like I don't want to hang out with Gollum, but like the characterization of him seemed cool. And fucking that dude, what's his name? He's was the Claw.
Gandalf.
He was the Claw in Black Panther.
Gollum?
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis. He was Gollum.
Gollum?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sexy Shelob, the spider lady. She's real hot, but she's also made of spiders.
I was
And-
going to ask, is this the game that made Shelob into like a sexy woman for some reason?
Oh yeah, very.
What?
Well,
She's-
and
Can we break down what you just said? She's real hot, but She's made of spiders.
Well, I assume
some
because she's supposed to be a spider.
She's
And-
supposed to be a giant spider.
Yeah, but this is a like hot goth lady. And,
Uh-huh.
But I assume she's made of spiders. I'm not going to fall for that again. I've seen Wicked City.
I was gonna say, like, So, like, what's this game rated, Jesse?
I would assume M
S for
because
spiders.
because like nothing to do with Shelob. You
Okay.
stab the fuck out of. Like I don't think I made that clear to you. Like
No. I got it. It's you stab orcs in a gruesome way. I was gonna say that would still be teen because they're not human. So you can stab the shit out of them. It's great.
They're
It's like killing
humanoid
a
looking enough.
gross
I don't
robot.
know. You cut their heads off and their legs. Like you light them on fire. It's you feed.
But
them
again,
other
none of that
animals.
is to do with having sex with Shelob.
Oh yeah, well you don't actually get to have sex with her.
Are you sure? Did you get to that part?
Maybe not. If you do, that would be a surprise.
I'm just curious, man. Like, is she, like, is it a woman? Is it a mass of spiders taking on the appearance of a
No.
woman? Or is it like projection by the spider of a woman?
I think it's more like that. I would assume 'cause
Okay.
it's magic. It's. See, here's the thing about
What
this
does it
game.
feel like when you stick it in Shelob? Like, does it feel like, a human woman? Does it feel like
Okay.
like a spider's
this.
like
Picture this.
like hard shell and like
No. If you
Or
go
does it feel like you're sticking in a nest of spiders?
wait, if you took a fleshlight and
And filled
filled
with
it,
spider eggs.
no, filled it with like pipe cleaners,
Interesting.
that's probably what it would be like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm really just curious about that. That Shelussy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pause the show for a bit. I'm gonna run to the hardware store.
Be right back. I got some modifications I need to make. Oh man.
It's a really
Wow.
cool game. I might stream it just because it's like I swear the way you kill some of these orcs is just so fucked up looking. Like I'm like, good God, it's a good game.
Game
Yep.
4.
It sounds great.
Oh shit! Sorry.
What, that was only...
2. E is all that remains of a once powerful nation. the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime. 1, 2, 1, 2. E is all that remains of a once powerful nation. Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime.
All right, guys. So this game was banned in South Korea after their National Game Rating and Administration Committee refused to rate it for release. In their explanation of the decision, the board cited one of their game laws stating, quote, "There is a concern for societal disruption due to amplified portrayals of crime, violence, sex, and etc., which in turn could incite criminal behavior or copycat crimes." All right. Who's feeling great?
Me.
I am.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see him. Let's see him. Oh, man. Johnny says Danganronpa 3. Very close. Jesse and David both say Danganronpa V3. Absolutely correct. No, you know what, Johnny? I'll be nice. It's a hat trick, man. Because actually, Jesse and David forgot the subtitle. This is, of course, Danganronpa V3: Killing Harmony.
I was so close to putting that.
The third series in the Danganronpa series. So, man, what a series, Danganronpa. I'm gonna go out on a limb and ask only Jesse if he's played this series.
I have not. I
Okay.
often refer to it as Dang Old Grandpa.
I know that, but I figured that was based on some knowing of how silly the name is and
Oh,
having played the game at some point.
I know there's a bear thing in it.
There is. Cute bear. Cute bear until it kills everybody. Okay, so I'll move down the list then. Johnny. Johnny, have you played any of the Danganronpa games?
No, not a single one.
Man, do these games sound like they might be up your alley? Now, Johnny, how do you feel about courtroom investigation games
Love
like
'em.
Phoenix Wright?
Love them.
Okay. Now add into that like a horror fantasy element where you and a group of teenagers are trapped inside of a school by a like demonic teddy bear.
Okay, well, listen, John. Before we go any further, I'm a little concerned because I told you to stay the fuck out of my fan fiction files.
I know, right? Johnny, I hate to, that's the thing. I couldn't bring myself to tell you. All this stuff you've written, it's already been done. It's Danganronpa. Like, these games are already a thing. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, you didn't strike while the iron was hot, man. All
thought
all that murderous teddy bear teenage Japanese courtroom fiction you wrote, it's useless now.
It's like a bunch of people got together and said, "What game does John Regan want to play?" And then they did. They did it. Here it is.
Yeah. The only difference, of course, was in yours, the bear was Sonic. But yeah, like Sonic's, horror courtroom, teenage torture game.
Yes, please.
Johnny's been writing it for decades, and he just didn't strike while the iron was hot.
It's the real murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
God. Yeah, I will speak real quick to the trivia. I don't want to focus on this because it's gross. But this game was banned in South Korea because apparently it's one of those really unfortunate timing things. Right before this game came out, a murder was committed in South Korea by a teenage girl. A teenage girl killed a child. And then the company that made this was like, can we release this game about teenagers killing each other? And South Korea's ratings board was like, no, you fucking can't. Like, absolutely not. Apparently they thought that maybe the girl that committed the murder was like part of like an online fan community for Danganronpa. That was eventually disproven. But yeah, no, Danganronpa V3 never came out in Korea because of horrifyingly bad timing. So,
well, did you see here? The association was amplified because South Korean media, like, there's one broadcaster that would use Danganronpa style graphics to explain the case.
Not great.
Jesus Christ.
In addition to it just being a bad look overall, yeah. Whoever was working the news and using Danganronpa's graphics to detail the child murder case, really bad look on their part. Yeah, truly, unfortunate. But yeah, I could see how this would hit a little too close to home for some people there that, I don't know, hadn't played it and had no idea what the series was about. Because, of course, in this game, you're playing as an unnamed protagonist. It's a game where you wander around a facility. I only played a little bit of the first game, and I decided these games weren't for me. But, you're interacting with all these other school-age teens, and you're trying to figure out why you're trapped in this thing by this demonic Monokuma, the little bear. And eventually, in the first one, it's like he says, like, oh, yeah, if you guys want to get out, somebody's got to kill somebody else. And then you got to figure out who did the killing. And if you can figure it out, then they get killed. And it's like a sick, twisted demon game of, teenagers killing each other. In hindsight, I could really see why this didn't make it out in Korea in that moment. But yeah, this one introduces like, more little mini games for your investigations. The games are they're weird, man. Like, so David, you have played some Phoenix Wright, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it's more or less like, even in how many did you play any of like the later ones where you get like the young woman that can like I don't know, break down people's like internal walls or whatever and find their like contradictions?
No, I don't remember.
I think that was Dual Destinies. Like Athena Sykes can like read people and like like destroy chains in their minds or something.
Yeah, I don't think I got that far.
Okay, well, yeah. So there's like little mini games like that in the Phoenix Wright games, but like in this, every fucking bit of the like class trial is like a mini game. Like everybody's throwing out their information, and it's up to you to kind of memorize or like figure out what's true and what's not. And like people's information will be zooming by in sentences on the screen, and you have to like shoot it with a little reticle. And like if it's true, then like it becomes a fact, and if it's a lie, then you lose a point. And in this one, it introduces the psyche taxi, where it throws you into a car and you have to drive and like collect letters and then pull someone into your car and they tell you a truth. And like, if you go to the wiki and read about the mechanics of this game, the game sounds like fucking nonsense. And that's not to say that it is nonsense, but like, there's a lot fucking going on. I mean, it's a really wild little series of games. You know, like I'm intrigued by, you know, just like the wackiness of the like anime horror story. I love the music of the series, but like I didn't love Phoenix Wright games because like sometimes you would fail by like misunderstanding a logic thing. I don't love that a Danganronpa game you can fail by trying to shoot a bullet at a sentence and like missing, and it's like, okay, well, fuck, God, my timing was off on pointing out that fallacy. Like this, fuck. Yeah, there's too much going on here.
That's how it works in real court, man.
I know. I mean, you've been on a grand jury, Johnny. Like that's how it goes, right? The words just form a tornado, and there's just a teddy bear laughing at you, and you have to decide whether or not to bring the charges.
Yeah, I took a lot of drugs during my grand jury, so that's how it all went down.
That's exactly how it went down. We indicted a few cops. It was great.
Yeah, moderately advanced drug user, John Regan.
Yeah. Moderately advanced drug user while on the grand jury. Hope the Supreme Court of Maryland's not listening tonight.
I was going to say, for legal purposes, this is all a joke.
Yeah. But yeah, the game seems, fun if this is your thing. If you like, like weird anime and horror, and Phoenix Wright games are a little too plain for you, then this really is kind of the game for you. It's David, I actually kind of feel like this series might be up your alley a little bit.
This whole segment, I was waiting for you to get to me to ask if I had played Danganronpa.
You haven't, have you?
No.
Okay, but
I just wanted to be asked like everybody else.
I was eventually going to get to it because you have played some Phoenix Wright, so I figured, David will have some insight into the, the courtroom procedural that has nothing to do with this game itself. But yeah, interesting little game. These Danganronpas. I do apologize to the requester, Beast Pond in Discord made the request, and it's a great one with a great soundtrack, but I didn't have time to play Danganronpa V3 and learn any further things about the series. So it's all based, this discussion is mostly based on my wiki reading and my 4 hours or so of playing the first one. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be interested in seeing like a breakdown of these, like
Watch
a
a
recap of
speedrun.
the story. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I don't know about a speed run, if that would make any more sense. Like, what if we did Danganronpa with no cutscenes and we nailed all the fucking, like, the bullet time, like, fallacies perfectly every time so you couldn't understand a single thing? No, maybe if I can find like a YouTube synopsis or something, or, if David or Johnny will play them and summarize them for us in a future episode. I think that would be good. GTT is really good for being factually correct and perfectly recapping games. It's what we do here. But yeah, it's a fun game, fantastic soundtrack. Soundtrack's been a part of GTT radio for a while now. Really fantastic tunes. And yeah, we just got to keep it going, man. So Johnny, shoot a bullet through that sentence as it's flying by and take us to the final game.
Game 5.
Uh-oh, Johnny's dead.
All right, guys. So this is a third, or I'm sorry, this is a second in a series of playing trilogy remakes for this game. With one user on Reddit going so far as to say that game is so good they never want to play another game ever again. Who's got some answers?
Oh,
Do I ever?
All right, so everyone here wrote Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Everyone is correct. This is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second part of the remake of Final Fantasy VII. Quite good, so good. Like I said, that one guy read said, like, I'm never playing another game ever.
What fucking idiot said that?
What a bold claim.
I pulled it up right here. It looks like their username is JPRJR.
Oh, Johnny, that's your name. So you played this game and you never want to play any other game ever again.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done now after this game. That's it.
Good.
You'll never top
Fantastic. Yeah, who could?
it. Yeah. Let's go to the calculating computer.
I was going to say, are we really going to have another discussion about this game where, spoilers, at the end, Sephiroth turns into a dragon? And
Wait, what?
Whoa.
What are you talking about, David?
I wasn't going to game over Johnny at the beginning of the segment, but I did already feature Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on this very episode.
I was going to say, it's the first game we talked about. Don't you remember?
I don't remember that at all.
I'm having deja vu real bad.
This is weird, man. This feels weird.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Man, this stuff I
John
got
win
from
already?
so good.
I thought John sold it. Did John play a game on tonight's episode? Oh my god! No, that
I won the last episode, Johnny.
Yeah, but tonight they're saying you played this game.
I chose the theme.
Ah,
Memory.
I don't remember any of this shit. I don't know.
All right. Well, I mean, we better just soldier on.
Oh,
and
not
have a
this
discussion
again.
about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, Johnny,
Did Sephiroth do this?
Man, yeah, did he ever? I'm feeling a little discombobulated here. Yeah, clearly something's going on.
Combobulated.
Yes, exactly. My question really is if we're gonna, if we were doing a thing where Johnny and I were both confused over who picked what game, and it was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who's the Cloud and who's the Zack in this situation?
I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not answering.
See, and that's the thing. I mean,
'Cause you don't know what Zach. I don't think. Do they tell you? No, they don't.
I played through all of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to the point where you complete all the shrines and you get
Never mind.
the fight against Sephiroth, and
I'm
he
out.
eats the black materia and turns into a dragon. Jesse, I don't know how else to say this. I've seen it all. I've put together all the memories. But yeah, man, wow, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Johnny, what a pick! That, man, I can't believe you'd step on my toes in this way. Like, I can't believe you heard me play the music from and discuss this game at the beginning of the show, and you had an hour and a half to pivot. And you haven't.
That's not ringing any bells, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is wild, man. Like, I played the tunes. I had, it was Zach's theme. I had the minigame theme. I had Aerith's theme. And I mean, we discussed the game for 20 minutes. And that whole time you just left your pick here.
At least
and
you didn't
played
pick the 3 same songs.
Wait, who did that?
No, I said that would have been funnier if you did.
Oh, if he picked all the songs. Well, I mean, that would have been a severe coincidence given
or
the
if he
immensity of the soundtrack.
If he just renamed them real quick and then played them over.
God, yeah.
That would have been pretty genius.
But man, so I mean, I appreciate you trying to get under my skin like this, Johnny, but I'm the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth guy here.
The sicko.
You know that. Yeah, exactly. I'm the Sephiroth sicko. I'm the guy that fucking knows this game front and back. I've done the underworld, I've done the sky, I've done the main part of the game. I've fused all the weapons, I've found all the materia. I fought the monsters. I've completed Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know how many characters in that game find the main character, Cloud, sexy? Like, there's a lot of people in that game that are sexually attracted. Yeah, trust me. Talk to almost anybody in that game. They're all thirsty for Cloud.
Yeah,
like except Kate Seth. His heart is with a PT Cruiser.
Yes, we've all read the stories. But man, so Johnny, I mean, tell me your favorite thing about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I think all the memories, so that it ties into the theme. I like all the memories that are in the game.
Of which there are many.
So often the characters tell you to remember things from previous events. There are so many puzzles involve you remembering something from earlier in the game.
It's true.
You have to remember what moves are the good moves.
I mean, now honestly, Johnny, that's an important thing. You got to remember to eventually change your materia from time to time. Like, you got to remember to upgrade your weapon skills and actually use new things instead of just using the same shit for a long time in the game. That's an important feature. Because in the previous Final Fantasy VII remake, the weapons would break really easily. And so you would have to cycle them in pretty frequently. But this one, they don't break quite as easily. I mean, they still break somewhat easily, but they've given a story explanation of it, so it's all good. But you got to remember to try new things. That's the important thing to remember in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
So yeah, that's my favorite part is remembering things as you play the game.
Remembering, I mean that's really everybody's favorite thing.
Remembering
about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is remembering the original Final Fantasy VII.
You're remembering what the buttons do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remembering to play the game.
Yep.
I hate this timeline.
It's God. If we could really get Johnny playing a fucking PS5, it'd be a great timeline.
No, fuck that. Let me play a PS5.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm the actual Final Fantasy fan.
Let's buy us
I
all
would love
PS5s.
to see how Johnny feels going from
Fuck him.
20 years
I'm
ago's
right here.
consoles and
I forgot.
indie games. Going from just indie games on Steam and consoles from 20 years ago to an actual
Real
next gen console. Like it'd be a shock as great as moving from, say, the original Final Fantasy VII to the remake, like with very little information in between about what's going on with games. I feel like Johnny would have a real strong reaction to playing a PlayStation 5. But I don't know.
I've never touched a PS5.
He'd get it
Exactly. I'd love to see it.
I've never even seen a PS5 in real life. Now I'm thinking about it.
Are you sure you haven't? Sometimes people will say they'll lie and say that they're like air purifiers to sneak them past their wives. That was a thing briefly.
God.
I don't know if you
imagine having to sneak your video game console from your wife. Like, what kind of relationship is that?
Like, there's a part of me that gets it, because I don't feel like my wife would necessarily notice the difference between a PS4 and a PS5 in terms of like how I play games and like the graphics. But I also feel like I shouldn't have to secretly buy a new system and tell her it's an expensive air purifier and then have her realize, like, wait a minute, that thing beeps every time you start playing a video game. Like, But anyway, that's like I feel like a Reddit post from like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's a gaming air purifier.
Exactly.
It syncs up the
I remember.
PlayStation.
No, it's an air purifier. They can also run Doom. Doom runs on everything.
Well, yes. I mean, in addition to Doom, many other things run on it.
Man,
But yeah,
Doom's
man.
pretty.
God, how about Doom Rebirth? How about we do? I mean, I know that they came out with 2 new Doom games on the PS4. They were fantastic, and everybody enjoyed them. But like, how about just the original Doom expanded out over, I don't know, 100 hours on 3 separate games?
God.
Let's have it.
Yes,
Imagine the
please.
wads.
God, can you imagine those wads? Those high definition wads. I don't know what that means, Jesse.
Johnny does.
Imagine the wads.
That was a joke.
Johnny,
Just
how,
Johnny.
how high definition can you imagine a wad?
Dude, I can imagine a pretty high definition wad.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen
Word.
it, for one.
I mean, what? Okay, cool.
I've seen
Still
all
don't know
kinds
what
of
we're
wads.
talking
I've seen some like crazy Mega Man wads. I've seen all kinds of like crazy Hellscape wads. I've seen like Sonic the Hedgehog. I've seen Jerry Seinfeld wads. It's all kinds of wads.
I'm super lost on what we're talking about, but yeah, it's a good word.
Conversation
Wad.
is making me very uncomfortable.
I mean, it's, in wad we trust here, man.
I want that on a shirt.
But yeah, Johnny, man, great pick, great soundtrack. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So many memories for you in this game. I'm so glad that you would. That's the thing. Ultimately, I don't even care that you kind of stepped on my thing, because I feel like you brought it with a fun new flavor. The flavor of having not played it.
Yeah.
It's it's an interesting thing you've done.
Take.
The theme was memories of which you have none.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a really cool thing you've done.
Calculating computer activity. Computers, beeps,
Oh, sorry, I was checking up on the chat. What was that?
boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
Yes.
Well. Jesse,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, I remember it so vividly the last time you tried and won an episode of Game That Tune. Hold
When
on.
was
It's
that?
gonna come to me. Man, it feels like it's been
Since August.
since, I mean, I don't think it's happened yet in this universe. We're 13 episodes in. I feel like Jesse has yet to try in an episode. So I'm excited by this, Jesse. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've done it.
I have.
You remembered that this is a game show in which we try to score points and win games, and you've remembered to win. So
unlock that memory of why we do this show.
Right. Give us the memory unlock face straight to camera for the Twitch viewers. Oh. There he is.
None of that was straight to camera.
Never looked in the camera at all. Oh man. Well, congratulations, Jesse. You've done it. You've won it. And now it's time to look forward into the future. Give us a future memory. Remember what you want the theme to be the next time we make an episode of Game That Tune.
Well, it's July. It's hot. How about games that make you think of summer?
I was gonna say, what? Well, Jesse remembered the most basic theme possible.
It's hot out.
It's hot, all right. He's not wrong. He's he's the expert on whether or not it's hot outside. He's outside frequently. I kind of feel like, I don't know, man. Jesse, I'm not down on your summer theme.
I already posted in Discord, John.
Wow.
I mean, okay, let me.
Oh, don't even click at it.
No. I just wanted to make sure that we hadn't used that theme literally weeks ago. I mean, I'm having a hard time remembering. I could have justified Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as part of a summer theme, but it wasn't quite summertime last couple times we've made the show. So no. Yeah, if it's time for our annual July summer theme, of which our last episode, Firework Blade, was not good enough, then yes, then it's time. It's time for a summertime theme. Wow, Jesse, you remembered something we do frequently, usually around this time of year. I'm for it. I sound like I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. This is now. I'm self-conscious not only about my face but about my voice.
Did I not win anymore? Every time I win I get shit on? Fuck.
No.
Well,
Hey,
that's Jesse. That's the prize.
Welcome to my world, motherfucker. I don't know if you ever picked a theme before, but what we do is immediately question it. God damn. This show, man, that's kind of our thing.
The real prize is the shitting we made on the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a
Yeah. So, yes, summertime.
Yeah.
Games that remind you of summer. A thing that Johnny has already sent to the Discord. It's locked in. It's the theme. It's going to be good. Does it mean we're going to have, island levels? Perhaps.
Maybe.
Does it mean games that take place at a cookout? Perhaps.
Maybe.
Does it mean a game that you literally played during a summer and you have a memory of it?
No.
Could be.
No.
I don't have many memories.
We're talking about next week.
No. Yeah, but
Not next week, but
Now we're talking not just memories, but memories of summer, David. Remember those lovely times that we all had inside playing video games?
At summer camp.
Well, yeah, because it was Florida and it was fucking hot.
Yeah, exactly. So there should be no shortage of games. It's essentially a free play. It's gonna be great. Yeah, any game that you played in the summer months in Florida where we all grew up, which means a fuckload of games are eligible for next episode. It's a great thing. It's solid. So, Jesse, great job.
Thank you.
I appreciate that thing, and I appreciate you, and Johnny and David. I appreciate you. And I appreciate me, and I appreciate the listeners. I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody watching with us live on Twitch. We're live every Wednesday night on Twitch, twitch.tv/GameThatTune. Thank you for watching live with us. We love seeing you guys in the chat room. We appreciate everybody that listens in podcast form. Our podcasts come out Tuesday mornings, GameThatTune.com or anywhere that you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys listening, rating, reviewing, subscribing, doing all those things for us. Game That Tune, the best podcast that there is. We appreciate everybody checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/GameThatTune. The place for fantastic exclusives and the place to help us with keeping the lights on at our 24/7 video game music live stream. That's radio.gamethattune.com, gttradio.com, the home for video game music on the internet. A great thing that our Patreon helps fund. Want to give, of course, a special shout out of appreciation to our absurd fans on Patreon. I'm talking about, of course, Daniel Perky, Sam L, Phoenix Tier 2121, Beast Pond, The Kerrigan, and HCO. Fantastic people whom we all appreciate. A lot of appreciation going on. I appreciate it when we get requests. We got our request in Discord tonight. It came from Beast Pond, Patreon absurd fan. Discord's a great place to make them. We appreciate you guys hanging out in Discord, making requests, hanging out with us. It's a fun little group that we got, and we appreciate you guys being a part of it. It's good. Make your request there. If you don't feel like interacting with us there, you can shoot us an email. No guarantee we'll read it. GameThatTune@gmail.com. I haven't plugged that in a while, but why not? I think people appreciate that we have an email address. It's a great thing to have.
And leave a voicemail.
Oh, man, yeah. Wait, do we have a voicemail? Johnny, did you get a voicemail during the show?
No, hold on. I didn't have an email during the show.
Oh, Jesse, you're just saying that we have a voicemail.
Yeah, I said leave a voicemail.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said we have a voicemail.
No,
I'm
no.
How do you know?
There was one a few weeks back, but you refused to play it. So.
Oh, word. Yeah, I don't remember that.
But 940 GTT Buzz.
Yeah, call us. Yeah, that's good. Leave us a voicemail. We might play it on the show. And yeah, that's going to do it. Man, what a show it's been. Jesse, what a win. Congratulations. It's time, man. It's time for bonus tunes. Do you remember the bonus tunes that you chose for tonight's episode?
I do. I've been excited to play them all day. That's why I tried really hard. So I'm hoping that, if maybe you didn't know me and you saw me in a bar, you would look at me and you would think, man, that guy loves Planet of the Apes, The Simpsons, and Super Mario World. And then you might come over and talk to me. I don't know. Or you'd leave.
I'm so confused.
Well, anyways, here's the ending theme from the short version from Super Mario Brothers World by Siva Gunner.
What? All right. Peace out, everybody.
Incredible.
What the fuck?
I love you, Dr. Zayas.
Incredible.
That was the whole thing?
That's the whole thing. 46 seconds.
What the fuck? Oh, man. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is copyright 2024 Square Enix Company Limited. Another Code Recollection is copyright 2024 Nintendo Company Limited. Middle-earth Shadow of War is copyright 2017 Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony is copyright 2017 Spike Chunsoft Company Limited. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is copyright 2024 Square Enix Company Limited.
There you go, and we're out.